Yeah. Gotta keep on shining. You gotta keep on shining. Don't let nobody dim your light, man. Bring the chorus in.
Keep on, keep on, keep on shining. Keep on, keep on, keep on shining. Keep on, keep on, keep on shining. Keep on, keep on, keep on shining.
How can I do it when the world done put a dim on my fuse? Cause in reality, they couldn't walk a mile in my shoes. Cause any day, you can wake up with an option to choose. And the saddest part that's about it, either way you gon' lose. So with that type of mentality, drowning in Kendrick's swimming pools, I understand the weight of the world is hard to carry. Where a wrong step in the wrong place is bound to get deadly. When an opportunity exists, but they wanna act petty. At your intelligence, making these niggas terrified. I get the image, cause in your mind, ain't no friendly skies, it's do or die. Kicking you vivid image of doubt and despise. With cheeks turned to the side, behind a smile where you hide. But I oblige. This shit's not even fair to me, quote, along with hope. I gotta provide clarity, so
keep on, keep on, keep on shining.
Keep on shining.
Keep on, keep on, keep on shining.
You gotta keep on shining.
Keep on, keep on, keep on shining. Keep on, keep on, keep on shining.
Yeah.
I've been killing everything in sight. Niggas talking about my grades, but the wisdom came from living life. Down bad, I used to roll the dice. I hit a 7 and my life changed overnight. Overnight flights in the cars resemble spaceships. Biddies out Cali is nothing to take a day trip. Team full of hitters, my nigga, nothing to play with. My homie always told me that life is what you make it. Bumped my head a few times, then defied the odds. A nigga made it out the trenches with a couple scars. You put your faith in these women, I keep mine in God. I'm just trying to see them checks for everyone involved. Hashing wise, we the franchise players. Terrorizing cities like a branch of Al-Qaeda. I be chilling on my high horse, thinking about paper. And all the ladies love the handsome mock, he got flavor, yeah.
Keep on, keep on, keep on.
Yeah.
Shining. Keep on, keep on, keep on shining. Keep on, keep on, keep on shining. Keep on, keep on, keep on shining. Keep on, keep on, keep on.
Like WYSE
Shining. Keep on, keep on, keep on shining. Keep on, keep on, keep on.
Survival 7.
Shining. Keep on, keep on, keep on.
Hash.
Shining.
All right, everybody, we are here for another incredible episode of Let's Get Activated podcast. This is a special one because this is the first night we're also going to be premiering on 2 radio stations, the Tattoo Shop Radio and the Culture Shock Radio, brought to you by Zeno.fm. We're also on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, and CertifiedNationEntertainment.com. But I'd like to welcome everybody, my special guests tonight. We got WYSE in the building.
Yes, ma'am. What's going on with you?
What is going on? We're going to be shining tonight. Pardon the pun.
At all times. That's the whole point. That's the whole goal.
Yes. This is just a dope song. I just love it. I love the soul in it. I love the hip hop in it. We got we got my boy Hash, who I grew up with. Yeah, you got to let us know how you guys got together and the production on this, incredible song.
Man, I thank you. First of all, I just want to say thank you for for just allowing me to come to your show and the Let's Get Activated podcast, your whole team. So I appreciate you. So thank you again. So let me get into it. So the reason how we came about with this record, I knew Hash already. I had met Hash a few times at shows, and we just started to click. His A&R or his manager was actually my artist on my label before, so that's how we kind of got connected. It's a small world. So basically, you know, we saw each other at the show one night, and he asked me, he was like, "Why? How come we ain't got a record yet?" And I was like, "Oh no, we can do that." He was like, "Yeah, so send me some beats." So I sent him like a first batch, and he was like, "Nah, I'm not really feeling those." But I don't know what it was, but I think I sent him like a second batch of like maybe 3 or 4 new records, and he was like, "Yo, that one." And of course, you know, he picked Shining, and
Yes.
like, bruh, just go off, have fun with it. And you know, I saw him my verse first. Like I did my verse first. So when I had sent it to him, he was like, "Bro, yo." And then when he saw his verse back, I said, "Oh yeah, this is a smash. This is a complete smash, and it's an inspirational, uplifting record, which I like to do a lot of my records because I didn't get it as a child, or at least I thought I didn't get it. So I always like to, you know, inspire people to do better. You know, change their mentality on things. So yeah, that's pretty much how that record came about.
Yes, well, incredible record. And you know, we got Hash in the building too.
You
He's
what
like,
up,
yo,
Hash?
yo.
Yo,
See?
yo, that's my boy. That's my man. It's 100 grand.
Yes, for sure. And you know, you being, you know, an artist, you know, recording artist, you know, you're also a producer, you know, and
Yes,
you're
man.
also yeah, an owner, you know, of your own label,
Yes,
likewise
man.
productions
Yes, man.
as well. So that's pretty incredible. So how did you get your start? You know, how did Wise, you know, get started into this whole music game?
Oh, well, it started as a young kid. Of course, you know, everybody has the classic story of the mom, and my mom would play like old gospel and soul records in the house. So I heard the Temptations, you know, I heard the Delphonics, I heard Smokey Robinson and the Miracles, and I heard uh Donna Hathaway and a whole bunch of gospel influences, you know, her Kurt Franklin. So all that mixing of that gumbo kind of influenced me. And then at the age of 7, for me, when I found out about hip hop, it was a whole different, you know, animal. It was like what was it? Commons, I used to love her.
Mm,
And that record just did it. I don't know what it just did it. I just looked at him and I was watching the video one day and I was like, yep, whatever that is, I want to do it. Whatever is this it? Is this that? I'll do that. And that's how I got it. And that's pretty much been a journey for me ever since. Uh Leading up to the label, which you know we could talk about more. You want me to go into that or you want to wait?
no, but you know, we can go in order. You
Oh
know,
yeah,
we can
okay, we
go,
can go. All
yeah,
right.
yeah, we'll go
So,
in order.
so basically I started the label back in 2018.
Mm-hmm.
And at that point, I was dang near homeless. Or I was homeless, and I had just kind of graduated from the art institute. I got a bachelor's degree, so I just had, but I found myself in some rough patches, and I remember I got kicked out of my apartment. So I got evicted, and so my mom had to set me up in there in a what was it? It was an extended stay. So shout out to my mom. Shout out to mom, love you. So she put me in extended stay, and it was only supposed to be for about 4 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
It turned out to be 4 months.
Wow.
So that weighed heavily on me, and so because of that, you know, I had to stick there, and I had to sit in myself, and I had to learn some things. I had to figure out some things. So I was like, I always wanted to own something. I always wanted to own something. So I said, you know what? Why not? Why not? Why not figure out what this is? I was already researching about the label beforehand.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know everything about it, but I came across this company called Ditto Music, and Ditto Music was actually the first company to actually help acquire or get a label started because they had this thing called record label in a box. And it sounds crazy, it sounds cliche, but record label in a box that had mechanical rights and contracts, and they had all these
Mm-hmm.
things in there in this box. And you know, I was like, so I just all I had to do was go get my LLC. So what I did, my check had came, and with my check, I had to decide either if I was going to keep paying on the extended stay or start the label.
Mm-hmm.
And I had just enough money to do both.
Wow. What a
So
blessing.
you put you're put into positions for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
So, and for me, I really believe that I was put there to make that choice. You know what I'm saying? So I wanted to have my own label. I wanted to start it. I wanted to get it going. So that's what I did. I took that money and I said, all right. Go get your LLC. And then at that point, I'm still here a couple years later. So obviously I did something right.
Most definitely. Now, were you doing production though, and like doing artistry before you actually,
Well,
became the owner?
yes.
Mm-hmm.
It was all during school. I did like my first 3 albums in school. Cause that's all I did was do me in school, and my teacher would understand, and everybody would get mad because I took over the studio time all the time. So I was like, man, it was a $3 million studio, and I was like, if y'all don't want to take advantage of this, I will. So it's last man standing. This is eat or be eaten. So I'm like, that's how I looked at it, and I was like, anybody that got a problem with it, come see me in the booth. But ain't nobody show up, and the ones who did show up, they had real love and real respect for me. So like I said, during school, I did all this production. I had artists. Well, I didn't. Sorry, no, I didn't. I didn't have artists, but all the people who were on my school, like in my classrooms,
Mm-hmm.
ended up signing them. So like it was only a few key select people. So it was always a big family, big knit. But yeah, I did all my production stuff way before, because I was learning. Every album, my first album sucked. Don't listen to my first album, sucked. But the second album on, I really
Mm-hmm.
started to gain. I really start to learn recording, start to learn mixing, mastering, production, EQ, compressors, and all this other stuff. So that was really the start for me. And then I said, you know what? At that time when I got the label, I was like, all right, it's time to make this work. So how do we do it?
Wow, wow. And I like the name, first of all, like, your name, and then I like to play on words
Yeah,
wise, and then likewise production.
yeah.
So where did you come up with that? First of all, your name, and then, going into that.
Well, my name is something that I wanted to grow into.
Mm-hmm.
So I've always had wisdom, at least a little bit, because I'm an old soul. But I also wanted to also, like I said, I wanted to grow into my name. I wanted to be something better. So my name wise, it's all about the intellect. It's all about the intellectual soul, and the mind frame of who I am as a person and what I plan to do, all my goals and dreams and aspirations. And that was kind of the start of it. I kind of created that with the first album. I was like, you know what? If I'm going to talk about these things, that means I have to have some type of wisdom. So why not call myself wise?
I
It
like
makes
that.
sense. And I'm growing in the name every single day. It's not like I'm there right now. I could be wise and that's great, but I'm always trying to get wisdom. So that always makes me wise. You know what I'm saying? So in terms of the label, well, I wanted everybody to follow that mentality. So that's why I said likewise. Because I wanted like-minded individuals who have the same mentality and the same approach of how they go through life.
I
You know,
like that.
really wanted that. Yes, ma'am.
I like that. And another message that I like about your label, I like the equality that matches your drive. That's
Yes, ma'am.
dope.
Thank you, man.
You're welcome.
Oof.
That's
That right
welcome.
there, that right there, quality that matches your drive, and it speaks to the testament of how bad do you want it, right? How bad do you want it? So I can provide you the quality, and it's gonna match it, whatever you got. I'm not gonna skimp on my end with the quality, so I don't expect you to skip on your end with the hard work and
Right.
dedication. So that's why I said, if you coming to me, you're getting a quality that's going to match your vision or to match your drive and your talent and your execution and your planning. You're not going to get half stepping over here. Shout out to Big Daddy Kane.
Hey, I like that. I like that. So it seems like you're a producer that actually cares. So you basically personalize it for each artist then.
Yeah, I'll personalize it. Yeah, like we'll talk. I'll sit down with artists, have conversations. Because some artists, like some of them, they know exactly what they want, and I don't need to say nothing. And other times, like I don't know where to start. And I see myself catering to more of that audience because I was there. And nobody.
Hmm.
Yeah, I had people teach me through school, but I really had to get out here and learn it. And I had to get messed up and effed over a little bit just to really get an understanding and the grips of things. So if I could tell somebody, hey, you might want to go get publishing. You might want to figure out what BMI is, or you might want to go through SoundScan to collect international royalties. You might, you said just any one of those things, right? Do you know there's like 4 or 5 different ways to get paid as an artist? Do you know that? If you don't know, then you don't know. But that's where I come in. That's where I come in to really try to help and really try to gravitate to the artists that may not know it all.
I
And
like that.
who says I don't know it all? I don't. I'm learning every day. But at least I can go help you get some research and gain some information. So that way, when you do leave and when you do go do your thing, you can say that I got the information and now I'm at a better position. Because it's crazy to be stuck into a deal or get into a deal that you don't know. And we see it time and time again with these big major artists on these major labels. You signing the contract, but then again, you don't know what you're signing because no one taught you. So
Right.
that's where I'm at with it.
All right. That's smart. Yep. You got to know what you're reading. You got to learn and, be wise. We're going to keep utilizing that punt all through this
Yeah, well,
episode.
hey, that's what we here for.
For sure. For sure. And another phrase of yours that I like, I like changing minds one song at a time, too.
Yes, ma'am. That's really the title. It is what it is right there. One song. And I believe that if you can control somebody's emotions, you can control how the way they think. If you control how the way they think, you can determine how they act. And you can use that for positive and negative. And I'd rather use it for a positive because we definitely need that in this world today, especially with everything that's going on. Everybody running rampant, kind of lost and don't know what to do. So it's like you gotta really, put that into a mind state to where let's be positive, let's think positive. Let's go into that realm. Yeah, so one song at a time. And so don't get me wrong, we got the fun times.
Yeah.
Pac made Dear Mama and I Get Around. It's okay. But as long as you, as long as the course
Yes.
is consistent, it's consistent with what you're doing, then you're winning. And
Definitely. For sure, for sure, definitely winning for sure. And got to throw that in. Again, this segment, y'all, is brought to you by the Tattoo Shop Radio and Culture Shock Radio.
all day. Shout out to them.
Yes,
Shout out to them.
yes, powered by Zeno.fm. So we're definitely activated tonight for sure. And speaking of activated, your style. Now you gotta, we're kind of talking behind the scenes about the style.
Yeah.
Break this down for the people.
Oh, hold on. Okay.
Yeah,
Well, I
show them
got
the look.
hat. Let me stand up just a little bit. I got the fedora hat. I got the shades on. I got the Wyburn fedora, the shades on, and these are actually prescription, but I keep them on to really protect my energy from people and certain things, so I can move around a little bit better. And then I got the trench coat. You're actually gonna see this in the upcoming music video. I just wore it today because I thought it was cool. But somebody did style me today, so I appreciate it. But yeah, the red trench coat is really nice. It's really nice. And then I got white button up, and I got
Mhm.
on some white jeans. I know you probably can't see it all, but white jeans, and then I got on some Chelsea boots. So I try to keep it cordial. I try to keep it cool. I'm really trying to upgrade my style because I feel like I'm an old man. I used to wear Kangos. You'll see it like
Yeah.
if you go back hard enough. You
Uh,
see like early pictures and early album pictures. I'm having a Kango on, and I'm like,
mhm.
oh no, this don't really rock, but it don't rock. So I gotta do something better.
Got you. And when did you come up with your style? Did you have help with that, or did it just kind of gradually build?
It kind of just really evolved. Like I found myself. I'm not even gonna lie. An ex gave me a trench coat. An ex gave me a trench coat, and it was my brown one that I got that's in my room, and it's like I was like, "Ooh, this feels good. This is nice." And so, this that kind of led me down a path of looking at companies like Sheen. Uh,
Hmm.
to really go look at those bargain deals. Actually, I think I got this from Sheen too. Uh, but that really kind of led me down like a rabbit hole. Like I want to look good because if you look good, you feel good. You feel good, you do good. You do good, hey, you winning. And so, yeah, that's where that kind of started. It started with the ex giving me a trench coat, and I was like, you know what? Let me elevate my style a little bit more because I can't be this same guy. Don't get me wrong. I can always wear like my go-to is like a button-up blazer, hat, and some jeans. And I
Hmm.
rock it like that for the most part, unless I want to go sporty or something like that. So I'm still learning. I'm still learning these ropes and things. But yeah, that's where it really started for me.
That's dope. And yeah, you did mention a video. I did kind of catch some pictures, on IG. I think, did you do it around your birthday? Happy
I did
belated, by
on
the
my
way.
birthday. I sure did. I did the second day 2 was actually my birthday, and so I had just turned 30. I'm 30 years old, and it was a great. I had a whole bunch of models touching me, so
That's a good one. Yeah,
you
I peeped
can't
that.
go.
I peeped that. I
You
see
can't
the
go.
red.
Right,
Yeah.
so you saw that, right? So I can't wait. That video is called Temptations. It's a song off my 6th studio album. I got 6 albums, and that should be coming out in February. So I'm gonna let y'all know. It's shot by the amazing Jordan Johnson of J Angel Visuals. He actually did the Shiner video that premiered when we first started here. So that man with a camera is just amazing. So
Oh wow, I can tell it's gonna be dope because
it's
Shining was nice and clean. So I know this
right.
one.
So imagine how this one's gonna be. And I got red smoke. I got the smoke bombs going off. I got the models in lingerie. I got a storyline going on. It's you gonna like it. You definitely gonna like it.
And you say February, so I guess you have around Valentine's Day in
Around that
mind.
time, it's around there, but it's gonna be for the wrong reasons. I'm not even gonna lie to you because temptation is all about infidelity. It's all about cheating. So, uh, I'm not trying to say it's like a side chick anthem
Right,
because it's not.
right.
But but it's definitely gonna be a song that you're gonna have to second guess some things. You're gonna have to start looking at signs. And my new album is gonna go really deep into that as well. But the loud sessions really kind of breaks down uh what that whole thing was about. So yes, man.
Got you. Now, would you say a lot of your music is inspired by, real life or maybe people who are close to you, like their experiences?
Absolutely, absolutely. I got a song called "A Tale of Two Women" that's on the 6th album. It's about 2 women. I have issues with women, so therefore, at least I'm being honest in this regard.
Hmm.
I've had past issues with women, so therefore I write in those perspectives, and I do write internal stuff just about my mental. But yeah, it's definitely relatable, and it's mostly my stories. All of these are my stories, and my sister keep getting on me. She's like, "Bro, you gotta stop snitching on yourself." I'm like, you're right. I gotta stop snitching, but this is my medium, right? This if I give this out to somebody, I can potentially help somebody else go through it, and good or bad or indifferent, that's what it is. So that's where I'm going with. Yes, ma'am.
Got you. And would you say it's probably therapeutic then, getting it out at least on paper?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I go through it every single day. And and because I go through it every day, you need to write it out. You need to journal it. And for a lot of people, they journal it through, they go not journal it, but they get their frustrations out through the boxing. They go hit the bag, they go lift the weights. But me, I'm like, okay, what am I really feeling? And I write it. And I'm not gonna lie, sometimes people get a casualty of it because it's real, and they like, well, why didn't you tell me this earlier? I'm like, well, probably couldn't tell you because you didn't want to listen, whatever the case may be. But you know, uh, so yeah, but I really write from an internal perspective, and I really want to draw people into me to get them to know me, and then hey, we push out positivity at the same time.
And I
There's
like
always a
that.
message. There's always a message in it.
Definitely. And I like the positivity, as well. I definitely love the positivity. I even noticed because, I was trying to put that Shining video on a playlist, but you got to set up for kids on the YouTube. You got the stuff edited out. I said, man, I can't even get this on my playlist.
But I mean, well, yeah, yeah, you're right. True, true, true. Like you can get, I can see the edited version. Like the edited version is actually the video version. Um, but yeah, I could definitely, I can send that to you whenever you need it. Just to put that on your playlist and all that good stuff. The song is out, it's out there.
Yeah.
So yeah, like yeah, let's make it happen. Let's make it work.
Right. But it's out on all platforms. So
Yeah, yeah.
actually, people can just buy it. Actually, they
People
can
can
just.
go buy it. People can go stream it. It's out there for the world to hear. It's out there to change your mentality. It's out there to remind you to keep shining no matter what. It's out there to tell yourself and tell others that you're not gonna dim my light.
I love it.
You're not gonna dim it. So I'ma shine no matter what, and you can shine over there. Now, if we choose to shine together, hey, we could be a greater force. But hey, it's all good if I shine by myself because hey, that's all you need.
Either way, you're gonna be good, regardless.
Either way, I'm gonna be good. I'm gonna be good.
Either way. Now, do you have some upcoming live shows? Because I think weren't you doing some shows like about not too long ago? I think.
I was, but then I stopped because I just don't like the politics and I don't like the BS that's out here in Colorado. To be completely transparent and honest with you, it's a
Mm-hmm.
lot of promoter activity that's just shaky, a lot of pay to plays, and I'm like, man, if I know you and we got a good standing relationship, don't get me wrong, I can sell some tickets, but it's hard in this climate to do so. So also, and then the return on the dollar, I don't understand how the artist gets less, but then they have to still promote it, and the promoter doesn't do nothing, or they do half a stuff. So, yeah, I was doing shows, but then I stopped. I actually got a show with we had Saturday.
Yep.
Yeah, has just look,
He's on
has
it.
just on it. Yeah, so we gonna do Shining this Saturday. We gonna do what is it? I'm gonna come out, rock my little 16. We gonna do the song, and I'm gonna just chill afterwards. That's gonna be my first show in a while that I'm doing. So, uh, yeah, that's what. Yeah, so we doing that Saturday at River Bar Gallery. He has tell us the time because you didn't tell me a time yet, homie. But yes, that's the only one. I just haven't done shows simply because this climate, the politics, the BS that goes along with Colorado hip hop scene. I'm not for it. I'm not with it. I know the talent speaks, and it's unfortunate that you got to know somebody from 20 or 30 years prior. Y'all had to grow up together in order for you to give somebody a shot before you give the person that actually has the talent the shot. So
Right. Right.
it's
Oh, he
kind
says
of
8 p.m. by the way. Yeah.
8 p.m. So look, 8 p.m. So that means I need to be there by 7.
Right. There you go. But would you think of maybe like performing, other cities, other cities, states,
Yeah,
you
don't
know?
man. I would definitely do it. Right opportunities have to hit my way, and I'm not gonna lie, I have been slacking. But I've been slacking because I need to grow up a little bit. I need to work on some things over here on the personal side. So because Wise can't function normally if Chris is in shambles or Chris is
Hmm.
like over here. And I mean, of course, I'm Chris all day, but as an artist persona of Wise that you see right now, those things can kind of get intertwined. So that needs to be solid, locked in, bonded together. That can't get tear apart. So in order for Wise to uh expand and go do some things. So I would definitely love to do shows. I want to move to Atlanta, so that's the goal. And I think my music would definitely take a turn for the great. Whenever I get out there.
Definitely. Is there like a dream set or a set you'd have in mind for a show as far as a live bands or how
Uh,
you want it set up?
man, not okay. Nas did it. With the symphony orchestra. I would love to have something like that, but I would also have like a there's a show, there's a Broadway show about Donna Summer.
Mm, Miss
I
Donna
would
Summer.
love, I would love when I saw that, I was like, oh my gosh, I want to do this. So I would love to do a Broadway themed type of show, kind of like a Vegas residency thing, but in a set just for like a regular concert. I think that would be dope. I would love to have a setup of a classroom at one phase, and then it moves to relationship or like a bedroom scene, and then it moves to a city light street. I would love to tell the whole story like that. It's so to answer your question,
Yeah.
it's kind of all over, but I'm still planning that out. My whoever gonna be my set designer, they about to have their work cut out for them.
Hey, that would be a dope show,
Right.
like yeah, like I love live shows. I love to see indie artists, especially indie independent artists, be out there doing a live show. The energy, it's just something about it,
Yeah,
you
I
know?
mean, it's a different feel. Like it's just a really different feel. Like when I was looking at the Donna Summer on Broadway play, it was just like, how did they do that? 2 shows a night, like keeping their voice up, and I was like, but the set was just amazing. I did security there, so I was able to go backstage and whatnot and see what was going on. So I met some of the actors and the actresses, and I was like, this is just amazing. Like, how do y'all do it? And so yeah, I would love to be in that field. At least bring that set over to the hip hop world, to really branch out. So yes, man.
That would be dope. And then, my boy Tony Wright of Write Your Own History TV, he actually knows a host and promoter in the ATL. So if
Let's
you're
go.
ever out there, he can link you guys.
Link me right now. You know what? Let's put something in the chat. You know what? Let me see.
Hmm.
I can chat. Let me go ahead. Well, you already got the IG. You already got the IG in there, so I think
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, you good. It's scrolling. It's scrolling. My Certified Nation Entertainment family, they linked in. They're
On
watching. So
LinkedIn.
we're tapped in.
y'all know we all know me, y'all, or hopefully y'all will know me. Y'all know what I'm about. So I'm a real great dude. I'm a real laid back dude. I would love to connect with somebody in the A, just because I just really want to. I think that environment for my hip hop soul fusion and my intellectual dialect on my records is going to speak volumes, and I think that's going to hit in a city where it's already a laid foundation for the past 10, 15 years.
I think it would be perfect. And look, like it's only right. Just said the vision is there.
Set it up.
It's already
Call me.
there.
You want a number? Let me know. Just hit me on the IG, and we'll definitely, go from there with talks.
Hey, that's what we do here on Activated. It's plugs and connections. Everybody connecting together. We build, and that's what we're doing.
That's the whole point. That's the whole point, which kind of brings me to a point of, um, like the event that I'm doing. It's called the Like Minds event. That's an
Oh,
meant for to bridge gaps between lower level like the lower level professionals and artists and creatives, and to match them with uh high level business executives to provide funding, resources, tools, because we don't get that a lot, like we
no.
don't always have this gap. And this gap is always you stay over here, you stay over here, and don't nobody want to talk to each other, and that's not cool. So yeah, I'm trying to bridge that gap. I did say I wasn't going to do it this year, but you know what? If I get some funding, like some real money, I'm talking about maybe like 30, 40,000. I could do it I could do it here, and I could do it on a big level. But there's a twist that I would do it here with, which I'll save that until we get to that point. That's at the next interview.
Yeah, yeah. That's at the next one, right?
That's like big
That would be a dope event. Like, would it be just like an in-person event, or would you make it like a combination of personal and virtual too?
person and virtual. I would invite a whole bunch of vendors. Of course, the vendors would be paying, but the vendors will come in. It would be in the form of an award show. I would
Oh,
say that. So you're going to network. You're going to network in the beginning, award show segment, network in the end, and I'm going to pay some homage and pay some respect to some artists that's been killing it actually in this city. And I would love to do that at a bigger scale. I did it. I did it at the Performing Arts Complex a couple the year before last.
mm-hmm.
I did it there, and it was a good turnout. It was a nice turnout, but it wasn't the numbers that I really expected. So now I need to collect data, because data is being sold and transferred, and transactions are going with
Mm-hmm.
it in every which way. So I need to collect data, and I would love to get some Atlanta folks, and I would love to even take it to Atlanta to do it there.
Hey, that would be dope. And I like how you mentioned, you have some artists in your area too. Like, what
Yeah.
what what attracts you to an artist? Like, what attracts you to want to work with them?
They work ethic. No, that's first and foremost, man. Like if you don't want to work, I can't do nothing with you. I could tell you all day long, but if you don't want to work, I can't do nothing. Ooh, I'm just gonna be doing all the work, and you're just gonna be sitting there. Uh,
Right.
Work ethic is first. Number two, uh, the music. Like you got to have some type of vision for yourself. If you don't know what you want, how can I mean? Yes, that's part of my job, helping you figure out what that vision is. But you got to have some point to start with. You know what I'm saying? You got to have some point to where you are you're like, okay, I want this and this. I just don't know how to do this. And which is great. That's fine. Everybody starts from somewhere, but at least start. And the third thing for me is like, man, like what are you talking about? If you're talking about pulling up in a Ford, I be just be good. I can't. I'm sorry. I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't do it. I'm all about intellect. I am more of like a Lupe.
Mm-hmm.
I'm more of a Lupe, Common, Mos Def, Talib Kweli. Don't get me wrong. I love Jay-Z is my idol. Because he got big pimp and spinach. I could do that too. But most of your message should be positive. Most of your message should be, hey man, I want to change the world. And unfortunately, we have too many artists out here, who say, hey man, I'm different. You know what I'm saying? I'm nice out here in these streets, blah, 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 blah. But then I hear your record, and all you talking about is uh screwing on your girl or pulling up in a foreign. And it's like, dude, that can't be all you know. And if that is all you know, that's cool. That means you need to go do some more living. And then come back to me when you gain some insight.
I like how you said that. Or another good point, or if you can even understand what's being said, that's another thing.
Yeah, can I understand you?
Mhm.
When I'm mixing a record, don't get me wrong, like I still mix records for artists who do mumble rap, who do the trap,
Right.
all that great stuff. That's fine. I'll do that. But sometimes I'll be like, bro, I don't even know what you said. What are you saying? Like literally, I can't understand. And I don't come from that hip hop. I'm '90s all day. I'm '90s head all day. Early 2000s all day. And I believe the best years, me technically the golden era was like '94 to maybe like 2005.
Mhm.
After that, it kind of got a little weird back in '06, '07, '08. But then it kind of
Yeah.
resurfaced again back in '09. We got the Drake.
Mhm.
So, I'm in that lane because
Right.
that was real. That was pure. You know what I'm saying? And even the early '80s, like when like back in like what in '86 or '87, Rakim. You know what I'm saying? Don't just peep the technique, the way that he rhymed over syllables and double entendres and all within a 16 bar. I'm like,
Mhm.
give me that. Nas is
Yeah.
illmatic, you know what I'm saying? Life's a bitch and then you die. You know what I'm saying? Like you know what I'm saying? Illmatic and all those early classic albums. Even Gin and Juice by Snoop. You know what I'm saying? So
Mhm.
though I come from that world. So it's okay to grow and advance the culture and whatnot. But I think it's gotten a little bit out of hand because I think everybody wants to be a rapper, and everybody technically can be a rapper with the technology that we have now. So, if like anybody can push a button,
Right.
but can you really get on that mic and what I'm saying? Get busy.
Right.
So
Exactly. Not everybody can. Let's just
not
be
everybody
honest.
get busy, and everybody gets busy in different ways. I'm not saying you got to be lyrical, I'm not saying you got to do that
Right.
all, but at least be saying something besides the normal. Because who wants to
Right.
do that?
Right. Besides the redundancy,
Yeah,
as
the
you were
redundant.
saying earlier.
And I know that's Atlanta. I know that's Atlanta. That's where they come from. And don't I plan to change some of that going down there. It's like, look, man, if Diddy bring an R&B, I'm bringing some. Me and some other compadres and conglomerates are gonna bring some real authentic hip hop. I want to hear "Comments I Used to Love Her" again in the new.
Yes.
I want
Yes.
that in the new form. Like, give me a story. I'm all about the story. You tell me a great story, I'm in. You remember when your grandma or your grandpa used to sit you down and they be like, "Let me tell you about my day back in '79. I think it was." And I was like, and you kind of get intrigued because you wasn't there. So all you got is the memories from that, and now you can take that and learn, and it actually kind of applies, to certain things in your life and experiences.
For sure. And it's good that we're kind of talking about what kind of was going on in today's hip hop because, as you said, there's a lot of youngsters, out there that are trying to get into the game, that are trying to inspiring to be an artist, whether they're rapping, singing, whatever they're doing. Like, what advice would you give to them?
Stay authentic to you. That's number one. Do you. Whatever, don't follow no trend, man. Jay-Z said it best, man. I don't follow trends, I set them.
I like that.
So like why go with somebody else and be another slave, quote unquote? Why be another little minion when you can say, I want to have this individuality, I want to be completely outside the box. That's why I do hip hop and soul. Those are my two favorite genres. So let me combine those together, and then people know when they come to me, they're gonna be like, "Oh yeah, that's Chris. Oh, that's Wise for sure. That's definitely Wise because he ain't Wise ain't even gonna rap on something like that. That's how you know my sound is locked. And don't get me
Right.
wrong, you have to elevate, you have to grow, which I'll do after I drop this next album. But I'm going to elevate into some things, but my sound is going to stay true, and that's what I would tell artists right now. Just stick to you, man. Like the music business ain't going nowhere. Stick to you, and the people who mess with you are actually going to mess with you. They're gonna prioritize you. I look at Russ. Russ doing arenas. He's doing better than most of these artists out here, but he's doing arenas. You know
Hmm.
how he's doing arenas? Because he stayed true to him. He
That's
stayed
true.
true to the sound that he got. He stayed true to his simple melodic runs and his simple beat making. And he was like, "This is what I'm rocking with." And sooner or later, it's gonna catch on if you stay consistent. But most people don't know how to stay consistent. So,
Right.
that's
Yep.
another thing I would tell. Be consistent with
Yep.
your endeavors. Stay true to you, and do what you love and love what you do. Because you're at that point, you'll never work a day in your life.
Definitely. See, that's great sound advice, and definitely I like how you said you're elevating it, but you're still keeping your sound because I love it. I love the hip hop and soul and fuse. It's feel good. It just makes you feel good when it starts.
You need that in life, right?
Yeah. Right. You know a song's gonna be dope and you already feel good the first, I don't know, 10 seconds of it before like the words even start.
Exactly. That's what shining is. That's what these new songs are gonna be for this brand new album. That's what Love, Life, and Lessons is. Don't get me wrong. You get real. So you're like when you listening to me, you got to deal with your own emotions. You got to deal with what happened because something may relate to you. So you got to deal with that. But then it gets better. There's always a message and there's always a light at the end of the tunnel, so to speak. So that's what I try to imply in all of my records. To really, here's the light at the end of the tunnel. Don't get me wrong, you gotta go through some BS, but let's work through it and let's get better. It's
Amen to that.
trial and error.
Amen to that. And look, speaking of which, man, look, already he's already added you and that gentleman from ATL in a group chat. So
Let's
after
go.
this, he's ready to chop it up with you.
You
See?
ready to chop it up? We could chop it up, brother, all day. Let's make something. Thank you so much. I appreciate y'all. Thank you for real.
No, it's an
Let's
amazing thing. You
look.
know, we live doing this. This is what we do. Plugs and connections, true talk. Like you said, this is what we do.
This is true talk. This is real talk. This is real information. This is what can help somebody grow, help somebody realize the best in themselves. Don't get me wrong. We all got our days.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we definitely all got our days. I didn't wake up on the greatest side of the bed yesterday, but today is a new day, and I'm going to do my best. I'm going to tell myself with words of affirmations, and trying to build myself back up to where I say, man, I could do this, and we got help. Sometimes we just don't always see it, but it's there. It's there.
True. Look, I put it this way, whether you woke up on the wrong side of the bed, you still woke up. It's another great day. It's a
You know,
blessing because some people didn't get that blessing. You know what I'm saying?
some people
So,
didn't get it. Some people, somebody dies like every minute. And
yeah.
statistics, somebody dies every minute. Somebody just died right now.
Yep.
So
Exactly.
how do we? How do? Are you gonna sit around and pout, or are you gonna make something? You gonna do something? That comes with changing the mentality. It's all up here. It's all up in here, man. So that's what I'm trying to employ and imply to get people to do. Change your mentality for positivity, and you can't go wrong with that.
Definitely be great every day because you just never know what the next day is going to bring. So that's
Fact,
what we're doing.
facts.
That is what we're doing. So, we got this year is almost out, but what we got planned for 2023 for Wise? What we got planned?
2023. Obviously, like mine's event. I'm gonna do it. I gave up on it, but I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna try to get the funding for it. Uh, Also podcast. I'm gonna start the own podcast next.
Nice.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. So I will start a podcast next year, and then I'm going to knock out everything on my bucket list for the next year. I already wrote it down. I plan to do UMC. I plan to be at Red Rocks. I plan to be, uh, of course, at like the local spots, like Herman's Hideaway. Oh, sorry, excuse me. But I plan to do the Bluebird. All these stops and all these festivals. I plan to do that. I don't know how I'm gonna do it. I literally don't know. But talking to you right now, I don't know how I'm gonna do it. But all I know is it's gonna happen because I wrote it down and I'm manifesting it. So therefore, it already happened. I just haven't gotten there yet.
Exactly. You got to speak it into existence. Let me tell you, there's some stuff that's gone down for me in less than 2 years that I never dreamed was possible. But
See,
I woke up every day and just did it.
you gotta get after it. And I'm not, and everybody has a different level, which I am learning. Everybody has a different level of hustle and grind. Some people like to go, 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 which is kind of like me. But I'm learning now to like slow down. I'm learning to like, no, let me go over here. Okay, let me go right there. Okay, wait, hop, stop for a month. Okay, go here. I'm learning to slow it down just because it's definitely needed. and it's definitely it's going to actually help me be a better businessman and have some better business acumen about how I do things. So, yeah, that's the plan. The podcast, like mine's, and then new album.
Yes,
New album is coming. It's only going to be about 7 tracks, but I'm calling it an album, not an EP. So, yeah, a new album's going to be coming, and I can't wait.
that's exciting. That's definitely exciting. 2023 is going to be a dope year.
It's going to be an amazing year, sister.
Yes. And you got to let us know a little bit about the podcast. What's your idea of the podcast as far as guest topics, all of that?
No, it's going to range. Okay, of course we're going to have artists and dancers and singers and whatnot, but I want to put psychologists in the room. I want to
Nice.
potentially get like a doctor in the room. I want to potentially get somebody, maybe like an investor in the room, simply because I want to call it Like Minds. I want to call it the Like Minds podcast. This sounds
I
right.
like that.
But I wanted to bring, like I said, provide how-to guides. Also provide um, startups, provide startups and artists with information and tools to help build them, and also provide just another platform for you to get your stuff out, for you to get heard. You can always say, "Dang, I can't wait to do this, and go do the Like Minds podcast," because that's going to be a great show, right? So that's what I plan to do with it. Really bridging the gap to make a cohesiveness and a unity within these certain groups that probably you don't talk about, probably that you don't think would mesh well. That's what I plan to do, and I also plan to give some motivational advice. So yes, man.
I like that. I like that. Definitely looking forward to that podcast. I'll definitely tune into it as well.
Yes, look at Hash 2023
Success.
checks,
Yep.
nigga, all day checks. You know what I'm saying? But so yes, thank you. I appreciate you. For wanting to tune into that. It'll be great. I can't wait to fly you out and have you on the show.
Hey, that's an honor. That's an honor.
I'll
Speaking of,
fly you
yeah.
out just so you can come do the show. You
Oh,
We'll make sure you're good. I'll make sure that's squared away for you. But yes, I would love to have you in person, or even if we have to do virtual, we make it happen. I just want you on the show anyway.
hey, that's an honor. I really appreciate it. That's a
You,
perfect segue again to repeat where everybody is watching and listening you on. So we're on YouTube right now. We're on
you
several
too.
Facebook pages. We're on Twitter. We're on Twitch. We're on CertifiedNationEntertainment.com.
Let's
And we are
go.
also on the Tattoo Shop Radio and the Culture Shock Radio powered by Zeno.fm. So we are up there. We activated.
We activated. Let's get activated. Let's get going. Let's get moving. There's no time for you to sit around. There's no time for you to sit around. What you sitting for? You know, what they say. I hate to quote religion in this, but if you get, the universe will may give you a dream or a goal, and
Mm-hmm.
if you don't do it, then somebody else is gonna get that dream or goal, and then you're gonna get mad when it gets executed. But that was yours to make the $1 million from, but
Hey,
you just
see,
didn't move. So you gotta move. It's time. It's time. It's time to go. Don't get me wrong. You gonna have your days where you like, man, I ain't gonna do nothing today. Okay. Now here's the plan. You know what I'm saying? Establish a plan, strategy, analyze, and then execute. You know what I'm saying? So that's
yeah.
what that is. Yes, ma'am.
That's what it's about, and final question for you, final deep question for you, Wise.
Yes,
What legacy does Wise want to leave behind?
he was a good person. He treated everybody with respect. He loved on everybody, and he literally was willing to help in every aspect to get you to the next point, to the next level.
Mm, mm-mm. Couldn't have
You
said it
ain't,
better.
you know what I'm saying? Like you ain't gotta. He like you ain't. If you even if you don't even listen to the music, was he a good person? What positive impact did he do in this world? That's what I want to leave behind. So I
I
plan to set up schools. I plan to set up a school for music. I plan to set up a nonprofit organization. I plan to set up a of course a record label. Or, of course, well, I already got the label, but the label would be a I would be kind of considered like the Clarence Avon, if you know who Clarence Avon is in the industry.
yeah.
He's like that. I would be like that. Like everybody know this dude. He's always there, like to really help and guide you. So I plan to do something that's going to really impact this world. But the first things foremost, was he a good person? That's what I want to leave behind.
I love that. Amazing, amazing legacy.
Yes,
And
sir.
and how can, the people tap into you?
Of course, the IG, the AWYSE Vision, and then also at Likewise Productions LLC. Which thank you, I appreciate you putting it up.
Yeah.
So those are the ways you can contact me. I can also, once we go from there, we can get the phone numbers and contacts and go from there. But Facebook is just Wise Vision. I believe that's what it is. I gotta go double check it, but I will make sure to put that in the comments below. So yeah, that's what people can most likely reach me at. I'm always on my phone, so you could definitely get to me quick, and I respond fast. That's a good
Yeah. He does, y'all. He does respond very fast. When I
I
reached
respond
out and told him, because mind you, we booked this months ago. So when I
much.
reached out and said, you coming up in a week, you responded, less than 5 minutes.
Is that because that's how it should go. If somebody took the time out to text you, then you need to respond and respond
Right.
effectively and efficiently, because that's going to help you. You know, that's going to build a better rapport and a better relationship with people. It's all about relationships and networking, because once you have that, then that's where your money's at. Your network is your net worth. So the people that you have in your corner, or the people that you build these relationships with, they're your money. That's the currency. And that currency, if you always have that, you'll forever be wealthy, not rich, wealthy.
And that's what's most important.
Yes,
That
ma'am.
is, that is what is important. And what shout outs do you want to give?
I just want to give a shout out to my boy Cataract. He's on the label. He's my artist that's on the label. Been knowing him for years. We go back since school. So shout out to Cataract, Team Bars Music. Also shout out you. Let's get activated.
Oh,
All the members that you have on your end of the floor that's watching. Also want to shout out my boy Hash. Love you, man. All day, every day. Shout out my boy B Wills. I got a list of people, but I want to shout out first of all, foremost, my mom. My mom is like my rock, man. Like she's and my sister too. So I appreciate all the Ellis family. I love y'all. So I appreciate it. And shout out to shout out to Miss Jalea. She's the she's the mother of my future. Oh, let me go ahead and just announce this right
go
now.
ahead.
Going to be a daddy.
Congratulations.
Yeah, going to be. Thank you so much. Now it's early, so but I'm going to be a daddy. So shout out to her as well. So let's get this going. Let's get this rocking, and I can't wait for the new chapters to start.
That is so exciting. And I'm honored that you announced it here on Activated.
Of
Wow.
course, it was spur of the moment. Sometimes you gotta go with spontaneous, and I didn't want to use like the term baby mama. That just doesn't sound right. But yeah, uh, yes, thank you. I appreciate you just for allowing me to come on, and yeah, I can't wait. I can't wait. And it's an honor to be on your podcast.
Wow. It's an honor to have you. It's an honor to have that announcement. See, that's going to be another extra blessing for your 2023, another little baby on the way to, continue that legacy. That's
Hey,
beautiful.
like I can't wait. Whether girl or boy, they're gonna be up here. They're gonna be in the studio rocking with me. They gonna have the hustle and the heart, and they're gonna be on it. They're gonna be blunt with people when they get older. I'm just making sure my kids are set up by the age of 10 with a multi-million-dollar business.
Hey, I love that. That's how it's got to be.
That's how it's gotta go. Like it's no other option now. Gotta do that.
Exactly. I definitely want to thank you for coming on, gracing the platform. This was a dope conversation,
Yes,
great music, everything, uh, happy for everybody who tapping in and stuff too. Remember, if you guys missed this live, you can also rewatch on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, CertifiedNationEntertainment.com. Also from 10 to 11 p.m. on Thursdays, you can listen in to it on the Tattoo Shop Radio and the Culture Shock Radio. So
mm.
we are activated, and we got to play that shining one more time for people who might have missed it in the
Play it.
beginning.
You gotta keep on shining.
Got to. You got to keep on shining. This was a shining episode. We shining. We got the shiny faces, the smiles. We
Yes, ma'am.
activated.
We activated over here. Let's go.
Definitely, definitely. Let's go. Again, thank you everybody tapping in. Thank you to Wise. Please stick around just to rewatch the video of Shining if you guys missed it. And this is episode 93 of Let's Get Activated. Let's go.
Let's go. Thank you, sister.
You're so welcome.
Yeah, yeah. Wise. Uh-huh. So high. Yeah, yeah. Keep on dreaming.
Keep on dreaming. Keep on dreaming.
Gotta keep on, man.
Keep on dreaming.
Uh-huh.
Keep on dreaming.
Gotta keep on.
Keep on dreaming. Keep on dreaming.
Now you just gotta keep on.
Keep on dreaming. Keep on dreaming.
Now people say, what's the reason for all this dreaming? It can't get you a job. I mean, it's pleasing, but it's scheming. Just look what you got. Do you really believe that looking up and staring at stars is gonna get you monumental of things and beyond? What's the clause? Because there's gotta be some sort of provision for you to leave from the world and end up going to fiction. And then you're telling the stories of how the picture's so vivid. It doesn't seem like reality, so I really don't get it. Cause once upon a time for me, I had dreams, even goals of traveling around the globe, doing show after show. But then it said in reality, keep getting to my door. Things happening, so I had to put my dreams on hold. But hey, what's good for you, what's for you, teach his own. And I don't really mean to bother, cause you look in your zone. I wouldn't want you to suffer while you were dreaming alone. To look up and find out everything you cared for gone, cause you were dreaming.
Keep on dreaming. Keep on dreaming.
You gotta keep on, man.
Keep on dreaming.
Yes.
Keep on dreaming.
Now you just gotta keep on.
Keep on dreaming.
Keep on.
Keep on dreaming.
You gotta keep on, man.
Keep on dreaming.
Dreaming.
Keep on dreaming.
I don't get it, what do you mean? It's a beautiful thing to escape from real world and the pain that it brings. So what you saying is that every time I dream it's a lie? No, what you saying is that you weren't even willing to try. I mean, just think, it's a world that is full of imagination, no restrictions, barriers or limitations. I mean, you really laying in this dark when you sleep. It's in your mental, I can tell that they don't even concrete. How do you do it? Not dream about the things to come. It's like a vision from the future that you already want. Who wouldn't want it? Cause it seems that you're down on your life. I can't assume, but I'm thinking that I gotta be right. But hey, what's good for you, what's for you, teach his own. And I don't really mean to bother, cause you look in your zone. I just don't want you not to dream of the things that you want. Cause sometimes dreaming is all that we have to keep on. So keep on, keep on.
Keep on dreaming. Keep on dreaming.
You gotta keep on, man.
Keep on dreaming.
Yes.
Keep on dreaming.
Now you just gotta keep on.
Keep on dreaming.
Dreaming.
Keep on dreaming.
You gotta keep on.
Keep on dreaming.
Dreaming.
Keep on dreaming.
No matter what, you always gotta make sure that you keep on dreaming, man. It's gonna happen for you. All you gotta do is keep dreaming. Yes. Woo! Now keep on. Now keep on. Sing it, man. Here we go.
Keep on dreaming. Keep on dreaming.
You gotta keep on, man.
Keep on dreaming. Keep on dreaming.
Now you just gotta keep on.
Keep on dreaming. Keep on dreaming.
You gotta keep on.
Keep on dreaming. Keep on dreaming.
Dreaming.
Keep on dreaming. Keep on dreaming.
You gotta keep on.
Keep on dreaming.
Yeah.
Keep on dreaming.
Yeah. gotta keep on shining. Don't let nobody dim your light, man. Bring the chorus in.
Keep on, keep on, keep on shining, shining. Keep on, keep on, keep on shining, shining. Keep on, keep on, keep on shining, shining. Keep on, keep on, keep on shining, shining.
How can I do it when the world done put a dim on my fuse? Cause in reality, they couldn't walk a mile in my shoes. Cause any day, you can wake up with an option to choose. And the saddest part that's about it, either way you gon' lose. So with that type of mentality, drowning in Kendrick's swimming pools, I understand the weight of the world is hard to carry. Where a wrong step in the wrong place is bound to get deadly. When an opportunity exists, but they wanna act petty. At your intelligence, making these niggas terrified. I get the image, cause in your mind, ain't no friendly skies, it's do or die. Kicking you vivid image of doubt and despise. With cheeks turned to the side, behind a smile where you hide. But I oblige to hit you with a message that's healing. And the war and this pigmentation may not seem so forgiving. Cause in your thought process, quote, this shit's not even fair to me, quote. Along with hope, I gotta provide clarity, so
keep on, keep on, keep on shining, shining.
keep on shining.
Keep on, keep on, keep on shining.
You gotta keep on shining.
Keep on, keep on, keep on shining, shining. Keep on, keep on, keep on shining,
Yeah.
shining.
I've been killing everything in sight. Niggas talking about my grades, but the wisdom came from living life. Down bad, I used to roll the dice. I hit a 7 and my life changed overnight. Overnight flights in the cars resemble spaceships. Biddies out Cali is nothing to take a day trip. Team full of hitters, my nigga, nothing to play with. My homie always told me that life is what you make it. Bumped my head a few times, then defied the odds. A nigga made it out the trenches with a couple scars. You put your faith in these women, I keep mine in God. I'm just trying to see them checks for everyone involved. Hashing wise, we the franchise players. Terrorizing cities like a branch of Al-Qaeda. I be chilling on my high horse, thinking about paper. And all the ladies love the handsome mock, he got flavor, yeah.
Keep on, keep on, keep on
Yeah.
shining, shining. Keep on, keep on, keep on shining, shining. Keep on, keep on, keep on shining, shining. Keep on, keep on, keep on shining, shining. Keep on, keep on, keep on
Like WYSE
shining, shining. Keep on, keep on, keep on shining, shining. Keep on, keep on, keep on
Survivor 7.
shining, shining. Keep on, keep on, keep on
WYSE. Hash.
shining, shining, shining.